trying to get your rounds done. And then, offense or no offense, you just try to get them done. Okay, who else would like to share? Yes. Microphone. Can we pass it to the front?
Raise your hands, please.
Hare Krishna. Chanting with the mood of begging for forgiveness, it felt really great. It felt deep inside. I usually try to chant with a mood of gratitude, expressing gratitude constantly.
Yes, yes.
So my first few minutes, I tried to beg for forgiveness from within. But then I realized that I would love to beg for forgiveness for someone else. So the rest of the chanting, that's what I was doing, begging for forgiveness for someone dear. And it felt better.
Better forgiving.
Begging for forgiveness for someone else than
What did they
just asking
that
for.
you would forgive them, or they would?
No, than asking for forgiveness for myself towards the holy name. So I beg for all of us, like, please forgive us for the offenses we made towards the holy names, and it feels great.
For all of us
Thank
in the
you.
room, or your family, everybody. Okay, we're all taken care of now. Thank you.
Try.
Thank you.
Questions, but thank you for the seminar. But I have questions. Question one: seems that mind gets weak, and we try to concentrate. After first round, we can.
Yeah, like by chanting first round, oh, you're so good, you focus properly, you think of Krishna, but then slowly, next round is kind of your concentration goes down, and this is like, she's asking, this is material problem or spiritual problem?
Could be both, but ultimately it's a spiritual problem. The thing to understand is if we're chanting and we're just in our mind, technically speaking, that's not really chanting. It's not the way it's supposed to be done. And if you understand that, then it's easier to be mindful of the holy name, because you understand that's the way I'm supposed to chant. And the other chanting is like reading a book and not paying attention.
Not exactly not paying attention. Paying attention, but goes down ability to be concentrated. Just the physical level. It was before I was in Sankirtan, only 3 days I could go for Sankirtan, and then completely switched off. Something like mental conditioning.
That could be, but if we're chanting properly, we get a taste. So as you chant, you go deeper. And instead of going out of it, you go more into it. You should, in theory, if you're chanting properly. Also, we're gonna do a session. And I think in this session you will go deeper as we go longer. And this session is so special that we could actually chant for hours and you wouldn't get tired. I don't know if we're going to do it today, but for sure tomorrow. Because I want to... A lot of it is just an adjustment of the mind and the heart. And then when you're in the right place, then you'll stay there. So we'll see how it goes. Okay? All right. So, anyone else want to share? Any men over here? We have a man over here who wants to share. We're going to go for a few more minutes, then we're going to take a little break, and then we're going to facilitate another Japa session.
It was nice to beg forgiveness. It softened my heart. It's like some emotion was there for once.
Wonderful.
Also, I kind of like realized as I was praying, I was also praying for time. That
Praying for time?
I need time, you know. I mean,
Oh, you're too busy.
I'm coming Krishna, but I'm slow, right? I'm slow. I mean, my mind wants to do other things. I want to do other things, but I'm coming. I mean, please be patient with me.
Oh, okay. I'm coming slowly. Yeah. Don't give up on me. Nice. Thank you. Who else wanted to? Anyone else wanted to share?
Okay, I have something similar to Prabhu to say. That I enter my Japa with a good intention to chant good Japa, but I may have to chant many rounds before chanting one good round. It happened to me many, many times. So I see it like that in order to have a good round chanted, I will have to chant more. And I don't feel that I don't care by chanting. I just feel that I have a spaced out mind, and it's just difficult for me to do it properly. So I feel sorry about that. And and I don't feel very much even asking forgiveness so much, because I know I have a conditioning that is heavy, and this is not that I don't want, I am super spaced out. I am sorry about that.
Can you say that a little louder? I don't feel like asking for forgiveness because...
Not so much, because I try, it doesn't come. I try.
Oh.
And after 2 hours, finally I may chant one good round.
Yeah. Would you like to be able to chant good rounds right from the beginning, the first bead?
No, never.
Would you like to?
Oh, of course, I like
okay.
it.
All right, let's stick around. One thing that I would say to you is that I'd say to everybody, what you said is like a program. It's just, it's the way it works for you. So what we're trying to do here is break that program. So if you can be open to let us break that program and don't think that it can only happen that way, then we can make some progress.
Okay, thank you.
But I understand what you were saying. You were saying, I try and this is just how it is, so how can I ask for forgiveness because I can't do any better than this? Yeah. But you can do better. I'll try to help you anyway. We'll see.
Thank you.
If I can help you. Okay, so that's for everybody, that when you do something every day, you develop a habit. And so we want to replace bad habits with good habits. So we've been here an hour and a half. We want to take a little break. And everyone who's sitting, we want you to move forward. Is that correct? Because we have more chairs and we're going to put them in the back. So I guess if you're sitting in the front, you're going to have to get up. And then everyone in chairs, if you can come closer, and that it will make space in the back so we can put in more chairs. Back. Oh, back. Oh, I'm sorry. Back. Move them back. The other way. And then I guess they're going to put more chairs in the front. So yeah, if you starting in the back, move back, and then everyone move back. We'll make more room in the front. If you want to stand up, walk around, get some air, water, whatever. I'm going to chant Gayatri. All the Brahmins can chant Gayatri. And then we'll come back in 6 or 7 minutes. Krishna Badaya Krishna Krishna Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Vishesa Sanyavari Paschatya Dasatarine. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Go Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. So, Our next meditation is called Krishna, Please Accept Me. This was 1968, Srila Prabhupada said the Maha Mantra means Krishna, please accept me. And we're going to really go deeply into what it means to be accepted and why we don't deserve to be accepted and how we have to beg to be accepted. But first, from hearing your sharing, I realize we have a problem. So I have to backtrack a little bit. Back to the point I was making about process. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, you don't chant with your lips. You chant with your heart. So let me show you how this works. The holy name descends from the spiritual world, Goloka, Golokera, Prema, Dana, Harinam, Sankirtan. And then it goes to the pure devotee, and if the pure devotee chants it, it goes in our ear. And then it is supposed to go in the heart, and the heart moves the lips. That's the process. From here to here to here to here. Sometimes it goes from here to here to here. And it misses here. And it's just, you know, that's what I call mindless chanting. Or we could call it heartless chanting. Krishna, Krishna, you know, shopping while you're shopping, driving, whatever. Talking, yeah. We have a new book coming out, 32 Ways Not To Chant. They're all cartoons, and they're quite funny. So, can everybody do this? Put your hand up. Go to the ear, to the heart, and then to the lips. So, the idea is what you're feeling is moving your lips. Right? So, it's not lip deep, it's heart deep. So that's what we're trying to do here. And if you're very process oriented, you just want to, you know, what direction do I sit and how do I pronounce? And just, you know, hear, you know, I'm just going to hear and pronounce. Do you know that Prabhupada said, when you chant, you should be meditating on the Leelas of Krishna. That's what happens when you're more advanced. And he said, but if you can't do that, just hear. Like if you can't chant the way you really should chant, then just listen. So it's not like that's the ultimate, just chant and hear. But the ultimate is that it's coming from the heart. So when you say, I'm having trouble focusing, a lot of that is because you can't focus the mind for 2 hours. It's, you know, there's too many thoughts. Right? But if you're coming from the heart, praying and begging, you ever see a little kid in a store wants a candy? They'll beg for a long time. They don't lose any focus, right? Because they really want it, isn't it? So when it's coming from the heart and there's begging, then there'll be focus. If it's mechanical, I just have to hear and chant. Some days will be better than others. But if it's absent of the heart, it's not perfect. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta said, when you have the service attitude, Krishna, I want to serve you, I want to please you, I want to be pure, he said, then Krishna descends in the holy name. That's the real holy name. It's interesting, right? Without the heart, it's not really fully there. So this meditation, Krishna, please accept me, what does it mean? Well, number one, do we deserve to be accepted? Raise your hand if you think you deserve to be accepted by Krishna. Okay. So we don't deserve to, Prabhupada said, we do not deserve to be accepted by Krishna because what did we do? You know the verse, the famous verse? Krishna Buliya Se Jiva Anadi Bahirmukha. From time immemorial, we turned our back on Krishna. Have you ever meditated on that? The fact that we've turned our back on Krishna? Any of you ever meditated on it? It's very heavy to think about. And that's what we're going to be thinking about in this next japa. We're beginning this workshop by completely depressing you, putting you in shame and guilt. But these are powerful emotions which we can use. So we turned our back on Krishna. And we still turn our back on Krishna. Even while we're chanting japa, we turn our back on Krishna. Isn't it? Everybody says, I don't understand, how could we come to this world, turn our back on Krishna? Like, what's there to understand? We do it all the time. This is not something, difficult to understand. So let me read you something. This is the mood we want to create in this japa session. Krishna, please accept me. I have left you. I have turned my back on you. I've tried to forget you. I've tried to compete with you. I've become envious of you. And I'm finished, and I want to come back. And I don't deserve to be accepted, but I'm knocking on your door, begging, please accept me, please forgive me, and please accept me. So listen to what Prabhupada says. After Ajamil was saved, he felt deep regret for his sins. Prabhupada says, not only should one give up his past habits, but he must always regret his past sinful activities. This is the standard of pure devotion. So this is the mood. Krishna, I have been sinful. I regret it. Listen to this next one carefully. Krishna is in everyone's heart, but he can be realized only by a soul who is repentant. Did you know that? Should I read it again? I think it's worth it. Krishna is in everyone's heart. Please repeat. Krishna is in everyone's heart. But he can be realized only by a soul who is repentant. This is Narottam Das Thakur. Although again and again I heard the Shruti and Smriti declare that one should think of Lord Hari's lotus feet in order to become fearless, I did not chant Lord Krishna's name. I did not meditate on his transcendental lotus feet. So he's lamenting. But now I will concentrate my mind on his lotus feet. So we're going to chant saying, and the mood is, Krishna, I neglected you. I competed with you. But now I want you to accept me as your devotee in a relationship with you. And I'm begging for that. And where's our French Prabhu? Back there? Yeah. From the first bead. The first bead. There's no warm-up necessary. And I want to explain something. That sometimes when we chant, before we begin, if we go into the mood we want to have, go into that mood, that emotion, that what we want, that intention, before you chant. So when you begin chanting on your first bead, you already have it. So you don't have to wait so many beads to have it. So that's what we're doing now. We're developing it, so when we go on the first bead, we start. Okay? Okay. So here's a visual I often give devotees. The child runs away, teenager runs away from home, only calls the parents when he needs money. He's living on the street, ends up a drug addict, his whole life's a mess. He hits rock bottom and he goes back to the house, his parents' house, and he's knocking on the door. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. please accept me back. I'm sorry I left. Please. And he doesn't know if his parents are going to let him back. And when they open the door, he has to beg them because he doesn't deserve it. So that's the mood. From the first bead and all the way to the last bead, we want Krishna to accept us. Yes? Can we do it? My dear devotees, please turn off your minds right now. Find that switch and just put it in the off button. Find the switch in your heart. Press that green button in your heart. Turn that on from the first bead and beg to be accepted by Krishna into a relationship. This is what japa means. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Talk to your Krishna and ask him to accept you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, 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 Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Let your heart move your lips. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Please accept me. Please accept me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Ram. Hare Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare. Krishna can be realized only by a soul who is repentant. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Krishna, I turn my back on you. Please forgive me. Please accept me into a relationship with you. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram. Please accept me. Please accept me. Please accept me. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna. So Krishna just opened the door. He finally opened the door. Now you have to convince him to accept you back home. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare. One last mantra to convince him. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Okay? So now, please find a partner and share with them your realizations, your experience. Everyone should have a partner. And if there's no partner near you, please get up and find one. Everybody should have a partner, so please find one. And sharing is very important. What do you want? So you can pray for that desire. Up at the end if I don't mention it. What do you say? Very good? And you say very good? Very bad? Okay. I guess it's not okay. Okay. 30 seconds. Take 30 seconds and finish. Okay? Do you need 30 seconds? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 26, 7, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so who would like to share their experience, good or bad? You want to share?
Hare Krishna devotees, and thanks for this is like advice and how to connect with the Krishna, and that was second chanting was really deeper, and because I asked the Lord to accept me, come in relation with you, please, please, Lord, accept me, accept, please. I want the relation with you, I want to serve you, and yeah, that's at some point I feel even my heart is start growing. Yeah, it's just feeling.
Oh, the
It's
heart.
just feeling, and then it
opened
was yeah, more opening, yeah, and that's was really deeper than the first time.
Very good. Hare Krishna. I'm happy. Should be that. It can be that way every day.
Yeah, thank you.
You imagine if it's that way every day, how your life would change. Yes? Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for making us do this. I wanted to say that the first exercise that you made us do, I didn't speak then. I couldn't stop crying. I was praying so much. Like throughout, tears just wouldn't stop. And there were so many prayers were just flowing. But this time around, I felt something like what that Mataji said, you know, as if the mind was playing a trick on me. So even in between, my mind wandered, and I felt I couldn't pray with the kind of intensity that I could in the previous one. And I felt, then I began to pray to Krishna that I'm not even able to pray to you properly enough. So you please still accept me even though I'm not able to pray. So I felt that as if I wanted to say to him that my heart wants something else, but this rascal mind is wanting something else. So it's diverting me. So please help me. So then I began to pray to my Guru Maharaj to please help me to do this exercise that Prabhu has asked us. So I did feel the first one more heartful and prayerful, but this one I found that my mind was knocking on my door and wanting attention, and that I had to kick it each time. That's what my experience was.
Why do you think that was?
I must have slackened somewhere.
You related more to the first one than the second one?
Pardon?
Did you relate more to the first one? Maybe?
Yeah, I did.
So anyway, so one point that comes from this is there's so many ways we can approach the holy name. And so there's not only one way. And the way we relate best is the way we relate best. And we can, magnify that.
Yeah, I do have a question related to the first exercise, but I'll ask it later.
You can ask, it's okay.
So Prabhuji, I've always wondered this. It's not like I've not prayed during my chanting throughout my Krishna consciousness. And I've wondered that am I praying or am I chanting? Am I listening to the holy name or am I praying? Because the prayer seems to really come to surface and it's just as loud as the chanting. So which one am I supposed to do?
You're praying to the holy name with the holy name.
But then
and
what
your,
about...
and your prayers are being carried by the holy name. They're not two separate things. Like, I could tell you my own realization. Like you were saying, conversation. So, Hare Krishna, Krishna's there. Right? Okay, now he's there, great. I've got his attention, he's there. Because I'm attentive to him. So now I can talk to him and I can express myself. So to me, I can't express it properly if I'm not aware that he's there. And my awareness, obviously, is that I'm hearing. But I think we've been trained so mechanically that we think hearing, it's just like you can't do anything but hear. But if you study the whole context of everything Prabhupada says about chanting, the majority of it is all about feeling, not about the mechanics. That's just, you know, when Prabhupada was asked, Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, but I can't control my mind when I chant. And Prabhupada said, what's the question of the mind? You just chant with your tongue and listen with your ear. That was a bit sarcastic. You know, Prabhupada was sometimes, you know, like if he says, oh, my mind, and I just go, forget your mind, just your tongue and your ear. You know, it's like a little sarcastic. And that became like the Paribhasa Sutra for Japa. You know, you just chant and hear. But if you read everything Prabhupada says and all the acharyas say, it's all about the heart. And so, Hare Krishna, who am I praying to? I'm praying to Krishna with the holy name. And I'm praying to the holy. You know what Bindaswarup Prabhu said? He said, I pray to the holy name, for the holy name, with the holy name. Can I say that again? I pray to the holy name, for the holy name, with the holy name. So the holy name is the medium, and your heartfelt prayers are just sitting on it, and you're communicating. Communication is with the heart. So Prabhupada said, when you chant the Mahamantra, Krishna comes to you and says, yes, what are you asking? What do you want? So through the Mahamantra, you're opening your heart to what you want. Krishna, give me pure devotional service. Every meaning the acharyas have given of the holy name is a meaning that's in their heart when they're chanting. Krishna, make me qualified to serve you. Krishna, pull my heart towards you. That's what they're feeling when they're chanting. So it's not that they're not hearing, it's just to that Krishna, you're praying to your Krishna. And how can you pray to him if you're not hearing, if you're not present? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. That means that I could be chanting, I'm listening, and my prayer is also coming and I'm listening to both.
Yeah, because your prayer is not like a thought, it's felt.
Yeah.
So you don't listen to your prayer, you feel it. Where we get sidetracked is we think the prayer's in our head, the prayer's in the heart, and so it's a feeling, so it's not a thought.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, please engage me in pure devotional service. I'm not thinking it, I'm feeling it, and I'm offering that prayer through the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna. I'm so fallen, I'm so rotten, please help me. Sometimes, you remember this story? So Prabhupada, before he went to America, he went to Mayapur Nandanacharya's temple. He used to go there when he was younger, and he went there now dressed as a sannyasi, and he went there to pray in Mayapur to see his Guru Maharaj, but he also went to this temple, and the pujari kind of recognized him, because now he's in saffron, and it's like oh, I know you. Took him a while. And Prabhupada was chanting and he was crying. Tears coming down his eyes. And Pujari said, why are you crying? He said, because my spiritual master has given me a mission which is impossible for me to do. And I am just praying to have the qualification to do it. So it's coming from the heart. You ever been in that situation where you have a service that's like impossible? And that morning your rounds are like amazing, because it's just, Hare Krishna, I can't do this, you know. Right? So it's all coming from the heart, it's not thought. That's why Bhaktisiddhanta said it's from the heart, not from the lips. The main definition Prabhupada gave is Krishna, please engage me in your devotional service. So Prabhupada elaborated on that in the lecture, and he said, it also means, Krishna, please protect me from being engaged in Maya service. I don't want to be engaged in Maya service, but by my conditioning, I'm inclined to serve Maya. So please protect me, keep me within this framework of your Swarup Shakti, so that I don't go out of that into Maya Shakti. Please protect me. So, that's something we all feel at every moment. How many mantras? 1,700 and whatever it is, 29. What are you telling your Krishna? I'm bored, I don't like to chant, I've got Facebook messages I want to look at. Is that what you're telling your Krishna? I'll get back to you later after I check my phone. You know the 11th offense? You thought there were only 10, there's 11. Who knows the 11th offense? Yeah, have your phone on while you're chanting. 11th offense. Yeah. Krishna, please. What did Prabhupada say? Krishna, please engage me in devotional service. That's a prayer. Hare, vocative. It's not Om Namo Narayanaya. It's not a mantra like that. It's a prayer. Hare Krishna. O Radha. O Krishna. Right? So as Prabhupada said, so you're calling, O Radhe, O Krishna, and they're saying, what do you want? You're calling me. And then you tell them, what do I want? I want to love you, I want to serve you, I want to be empowered to do the service, I want to overcome this obstacle, I want to come closer to you, I want to become qualified to serve you, I want my heart to come to your heart, whatever it is. What do you want? Yes? If your emotion is high, you won't sleep. If you're in your head, you will sleep. And when you're in your head, your emotion becomes weak. When your emotion is strong, your head becomes weak. Right? So sometimes devotees get confused, but emotions don't come in words. Like if you rub your hands, just rub your hands and feel it, but don't describe it in your head. Just feel it. Don't use words like rough, soft. Just feel it. That's the experience. Once you put words on it, it gets in your head. Oh, it's rough, soft. It's different. It's just, this is the experience without a name. Does that make sense, or did I confuse you more? How do we differentiate between thoughts and feelings? Because thoughts you think and feelings you feel. Look at that Mataji, she's beautiful. Are you thinking it or feeling it? You understand? Like I can say she's beautiful, but I don't feel. I'm already married, or I'm a sannyasi or something. But I'm a single man and I like her, so now I'm feeling something. So I'm thinking, yeah, she's beautiful, yeah. You say, do you think she's beautiful? Yes. I'm not feeling any, but you're feeling. So for me, it's just a thought. For you, it's a feeling. And once it's a feeling, it's no longer a thought. Or the feeling will create the thought later. Like you see the deity, you see Radharani every morning, and you're thinking, oh, she's so beautiful. You're not thinking she's beautiful, you're feeling it. Although it may come as a thought, but you're actually feeling it. So we say, please accept me, it's supposed to be a feeling. Please engage me in pure devotional service, it's supposed to be a feeling. I would really like to do one more exercise, because what we're talking about will lead up to it. So if you don't mind, can we do it? Okay, it's really simple. It's based on this, when you call Krishna, he's asking, what do you want? Right? And so now we're kind of clear that you can express yourself through the Mahamantra, through a feeling. Okay? I would like to ask you, for you to think of your number one greatest obstacle in Krishna consciousness. The top biggest problem you have right now. Whether it's envy, or it's greed, or it's lust, or laziness. Think what that biggest obstacle is. Or it could be anger. Something, like it comes up, and if you didn't have that, your life would be so much better if that was just gone. This thing is getting in the way between me and Krishna. What is that thing that's so big? Maybe it's false ego. Like my false ego is so big. I am so proud. It's getting in the way. Whatever it is, in this Japa session, we're going to pray to Krishna to help us overcome that. And that's why I said you could chant all day and all night like this. Because until you overcome it, you just want to keep chanting. Right? So this is this is important. In other words, this is real for you. What is real for you, you chant. And what's real for me is different. What's real for you is different. So we use the Mahamantra to help us. So Prabhupada, what was his obstacle? He had to go to America and he felt he wasn't qualified and he was praying for qualification. So maybe for some of you, you have a service and you feel, I'm not qualified. Or you're doing something and you feel you're not qualified to do it. You pray for the qualification. Or something that it's such a problem in your spiritual life that you just want to beg at the feet of the Holy Name to help you with that. Let's see what happens. Can we do it? So, there's obviously going to be a lot of emotion if this is a big problem. And the emotion is, this problem is getting in the way of my relationship with Krishna. So there's a lot of emotion, negative emotion there. But you can use that to empower your chanting. Okay? Let's do it. And if you don't know what your biggest problem is, and you're married, just ask your spouse. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram. Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram. Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram. Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Ram. Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare 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 Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram. Okay. Does anybody want to share? Or have questions? Who has the microphone?
Me.
No.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, I want to express my very deep gratitude for such association which you are gifting us. Is so helpful to me. I am feeling. I was crying on the second japa. I'm not sentimental woman, but I was crying, and this tears was coming not from